before I proceed with this video, I understand this video might be a little bit too long for some of you. So by all means, consider looking in the description, scroll down, you'll see everything is chaptered. We've got some pretty interesting looking skins today. To be honest with you, there's some pretty notable designs that probably will turn out to be some very nice investments. So by all means, look in the description, you'll see for yourselves, and yeah, you're more than welcome to skip ahead. I provide that to you. Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing all right. It is January 8, 2026, although to be honest with you, it's a bit late right now. Anyway, it was a late Ruster rotation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't even see the Ruster rotate. They've gone to bed. Oh, foolish people, foolish people. Now, to my surprise, we didn't see that many space-themed skins, only one more. To my surprise, we get another anime girl door. But then again, are we honestly surprised? You're going to sit there and say, oh, I don't want it. I don't need it. But they know you're weak. You will buy it. Anyway, moving on. So, very surprised to see Reptile Hunter tactical gloves being accepted. There was like 4 attempts for Reptile Hunter road sign gloves and boots. Maybe we'll see them in the future as a complete the sets thing. But anyway, genuinely surprised. There was 4 attempts for road sign gloves and boots, never accepted. Oh, look. Literally submitted just this past weekend. Again, if you've been looking at my Rust Workshop skin checks, you'd know that that was there. It's all chaptered. It's right there. I was sitting there thinking, oh, I doubt that'll ever happen. Well, who's laughing now, Hedge? Well, I'm still laughing. I think that's a nice investment. So, yeah, quite surprised. But honestly, perhaps one of the most surprising things is the SAR. And I get the feeling not everybody is fully well aware that has a transparent aim sight. Exactly like the Heatseeker SAR. What? Okay. Well, there you go. See, that AK-47, that sold for what, $3.49 last week? Still sold a lot. Because it turns out people do appreciate a decent, nice-looking black AK-47. What about SARs? What about SARs that look like that? Also, yeah, Heatseeker SAR investors right now. Ah! So, yeah, that might be a bit of a problem for them. But, yeah, no. Another mostly transparent design. I mean, what else could you really make any more transparent? So, yes, basically the exact same thing as Heatseeker SAR. And, well, what price is Heatseeker SAR selling for at the moment? Well, we'll talk about that in a bit, don't you worry. But first things first, let's switch over to here. Quickly point out, as you can see, all the skins, they had a pretty good upvote to downvote ratio. That blocky solo armored door, that waited over a year to finally be accepted. So Face Punch is still keeping this trend of still accepting like super late picks. But the only other late pick today was, actually I don't remember what it was, but we'll find out in a second. So anyway, perfectly fine looking skins, but what is your honest opinion? Personally, I'm only a little bit disappointed that we didn't see that much clothing. Where's all the hoodies, the pants, the you know, tier 2, the tier 3? Huh? Again, all right, we got those tactical gloves, so maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut, but still, all right, anyway. So let's now switch over to here. Out of all these skins, which ones happen to be abnormal? Well, it's actually pretty easy to point out. I'm pretty sure it's the combat knife, the AK-47, but I don't remember the last one. So remember, if you just have like an easy way of figuring this out, you could go on both SCMM and, of course, on Rust Help. Rust Help quite literally will tell you if it's abnormal. SCMM only points out the skins that are not abnormal, really. So they have like the special orange bit there. So Flame Anarchy, Pump Shotgun, the AK-47, the Señor Tomato AK-47, and the Serpent Weave Combat Knife. Only those 3 skins are not abnormal this week. So, okay, fair enough. 3 weapon skins. I mean, I'm not going to be too upset, all right? I haven't even mentioned that's the first combat knife skin to be accepted for this month because, of course, the combat knife is the focused item of the month. Although, you know, it was kind of surprising we didn't see one last week, but hey, not going to complain. With recent focused items of the month, all the skins kind of suffered because so many skins were accepted in such a short amount of time. Oh, well, it is what it is. So anyway, Serpent Weave Combat Knife, very nice to see, but do be warned, a lot more of them have been submitted over the past 2 weeks, like about 50 plus. I'm not joking. Right, so let's just quickly close all that. So honestly, yeah, it's a perfectly fine batch of skins. But if I was to just like instantly give you like a nice hint towards what potentially is a very nice investment this week, based on what I've seen in the past, that anime girl garage door probably is going to do very nicely. As I said, as much as people like to stand up and declare, I don't want it, I don't need it, there's still plenty more people that do buy it. And I think a great thing to compare is the recent Halloween garage door, because you might notice that did dip a fair bit. But how's it looking right now during post-Christmas? Ooh. I've got to bring up Reptile Hunter tactical gloves, the first green tactical gloves we have seen. All right, cool. Again, if you've looked at Reptile Hunter collection, you'd probably agree that, oh, well, okay, that's going to greatly appreciate that. But also, it's a very valuable set. People really do happen to appreciate camouflage sets. And you might sit there and say, well, God, don't be silly, Hedge. Surely not. I mean, come on now. We just literally made this video, didn't we? Yes, we did. So, looks like we've got a perfectly fine green tactical gloves option now, don't we? Oh, yeah. Yes, we do. But if you want to stay on a budget, if you're trying to look for skins that are pretty good for all the biomes, but you don't want to spend too much money, consider giving this video a good watch. At $2.49, I must say those tactical gloves, they probably will be appreciated. What do you reckon? You might sit there and say, oh, but like surely we'll see like Forest Raiders tactical gloves accepted, right? I will confirm to you, blackout and whiteout tactical gloves have already been submitted to the workshop. That was like months ago, so they picked those for a reason, and I'm not sure why, but all right, we'll take it. Again, we'll take it. It's a nice thing to see. And of course, that SAR. To my surprise, that SAR is not the top-selling skin. It's the 5th best-selling skin so far. Now, of course, it's only been like an hour or two, and I'm pretty sure not everybody is fully well aware that's a very nice, transparent AIMSIGHT. Give it a few days. Of course, I'll put a short video out and whatnot. People will be aware. That'll very likely make it to the top 3. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it does end up being the top-selling skin. But perhaps the power of anime... The power of anime will overcome all. We'll see. All right. So, all right, cool. Understood. So, yeah, I'm not too upset with this Rust today. Like, honestly, another Hammer Skins accepted. Very nice to see that. Hammer Skins are very reliable. I look at that with quite a bit of positivity. Wild Hunt small box accepted immediately after the bed. Damn it. If you watched my abnormals last night, you have listened to me questioning, oh, should I go for it or not? Should I? Maybe. I decided to just stick with my buy order. Lo and behold, the small box is accepted literally the very next restaurant. And let's just quickly see how you're doing at the moment. Oh, you've been bought out. Great. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. But again, if we keep seeing more and more and more and more bed skins being accepted, then perhaps it could lead to issues for it still. If we do see like that bearskin rug, oh yeah, I'm going to look forward to it. And I honestly hope it does get accepted. That was a cool looking design. It's an interesting, like scary sort of looking set. It's not like really trying to be scary. It's just like with the scary forest sort of spirits and whatnot, with all the wood and all that. Like, it's cool. Cool. I'm remembering Witcher 3. Election? Something like that? If you know, you know. Right, cool. So, honestly, how about we hop in now? Start talking about all these skins in terms of what could potentially be a nice investment. And then after that, we'll actually hop in game and showcase all the skins. So first of all, Hazma. Why is it called Hazma? I don't know. I honestly don't know why it's called Hazma. Again, if you look at it up close, you'll notice that she does appear to have like hazmat colours. She's also holding the hazmat plushie. And I was just looking at the skin creator because I've never seen them before. Okay, well, yeah, that's all they ever do. But again, I honestly can't sit there and say that they've done a bad job with this. Valentine's is just around the corner. Watch out. So does that mean we're going to get Hazma Deployable set? Aaron, you've got to start figuring things out. Honestly, again, I know a lot of people sit there and say, I don't like the style. Well, it's too late now. You've lost. Anyway, it's the top selling skin so far. But like I said, maybe remember what we saw with the second week of Halloween. Now, you'll notice it is down in price. Oh, no, oh, no. But give it time. I'm pretty sure this will go above its Rust store price again. So you might remember Moonlight Raider, Garage Door, and of course, let's just go look at it on the Steam market as well. Because right now, this is selling for around $2.50, if I'm correct. Yep, there you go. How far off it? I mean, honestly, it's like 10 sales and it's back up to its Rust store price again. And if I could just quickly look at the sales as of recent, it looks like it did go above $3 again. So, yeah, Halloween skin. It's out of season. It drops down. But, of course, Anime Girl skin, post-Christmas, rises back up. What happens next? Honestly, I do expect it to drop off again. But during the summer, you might see this rise up even higher, all right? So just want to point out that, yes, this did suffer. It did have a bad time literally just after it. Do not forget, please be aware, So I've got the calendar ready here. Oh, look at the calendar. I am fully well aware of the naval update for February, don't we? Yeah, yeah. We might see a lot of people turn up for that, and I should point out, player count today was actually pretty good. Like, player count this past month has been really good at the moment. As expected, how high will you go? Will you match up to last year? Will February be better this year? That's something to, find out about. But anyway, switching back over to here, right? This dipped very quickly, but then it did recover. So, looking at this, March and April, I refer to this as the Easter dip. You will most likely see all the skins that rose up ever so nicely for January time to start dropping off maybe around February, and then they reach their low points around March and April. This happens usually every single year. It's to be expected. I warn people, but then after that, June, July, August, we see the prices improve. Last year's June was a bit odd, but then August time. Oh wow, lovely. So do keep that in mind. This is definitely something important to remember. So as you look at all these skins, you might sit there and say, oh wow, this is amazing, that's amazing, and I go buy this and that. Maybe you're better off with a buy order. Because again, there's another whole year to look forward to, but there's a lot more dips to endure as well. And that's not fun, is it? No. So, yes, it's fine. But keep an eye on the sales. I mean, if that does 40,000 subscribers, okay, we might have a bit of a problem. But if we do see a deplorable set being made, okay, that actually might work out quite nicely. That might be pretty sweet. But you might have noticed this skin creator has only ever made garage doors. Are they able to do other things? We'll have to wait and see. So, all right, cool, understood. But you, $2.49. The second garage door of the year. Oh, it begins. So, yeah, how many garage doors do you reckon we're going to see this year? Come on, solid guess. Go on, offer me your opinions, because year after year after year, we keep seeing more and more garage doors. But last year we got 39. 2026 is don't worry about that. We'll easily surpass that. Kick drops this year, Twitch drops this year. You know it. Oh, no. So, be cautious. There will probably be more anime garage doors in the future, right? Again, Valentine's is just around the corner. Last year for Lunar New Year, we got the cool snake lady. We might see a second one this year, So I should point out, Valentine's and Lunar New Year, it's at the same time this year again. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to keep track of it. I want to see what the first 24 hours of sales look like. Again, there's a late rush door rotation tonight. So quite a lot of Europeans, for example, they went to bed. They missed out. And maybe we'll see it pick up even more, as it's tomorrow, okay? When people aren't working, kids are out of school. It's Friday. I mean, yeah, keep an eye on those sales, right? As of now, it's just been a couple hours, and that's already reached over 2,000 subscribers. After 24 hours of sales, look at it again. Oh, no, there might be problems. Or maybe it's not going to be too bad. We need to see that first 24 hours. It helps. Let's just quickly refresh. Are we definitely up to date? Yep, looks like we are. All right, cool. So, it's a perfectly fine looking skin. It's just, yeah, we'll see what the sales are. You get the idea. Cool. Right, so, space-based sheet meta double door. Apparently, it mentions it has transparency. I haven't seen that. Transparency, yes. But where? I've looked at it in-game. I haven't noticed the transparency. I'm going to have to look real hard to try and find it. But it's a perfectly fine, cool-looking space theme skin. Again, lines up perfectly with the space station building skin. Glows very nicely. But I haven't noticed the transparency. I haven't seen it for myself. So we'll take a look at it in a second. We'll see how that is. Because if that had transparency, my gingerbread sheet metal double door investments... But no, it doesn't appear to have that. Maybe it might just be one random little hole or something, or maybe they made the door handles transparent. We'll see. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out earlier. By the way, it's the doorknob. Thank you. I know you mentioned it earlier, but if you got confirmation, thank you very much for that. So all right, cool. So all right then, that might be the case. Then we'll have to give it a good look. But yes, sheet metal double doors, they tend to be very reliable. Let's just take a look at all the skins that came out last year. Oh wow. Pretty much all of them are in the positive. This is only slightly down in price now. This is almost evens. It worked out wonderfully. Even though we got a lot of Twitch drops for free, didn't we? Awesome looking Twitch drop. Perfectly lovely looking Twitch drop with the bunny girls. Interesting colourful design there. Transparency with some glow, looking pretty sweet there. The demon kitties and angel kitties. I mean, we got some pretty funny, wacky, silly, useful, pay-to-win designs there for absolutely free. And yet still, all these sheep Medodoadors, they're in the positive. They're looking wonderful, all right? And you look at the year before, and even these skins right now, they're matching up and they're getting close to their Rustore price. And if you know, you know, these were the two that have been struggling for a very long time out of all of these, because pretty much all of these have been doing very good for a very long time. So, yeah, honestly, Space Base, you're looking good. Perhaps you won't have that many sales, we shall see. But is the actual space station building skin actually going to be like popular forever? Or could there be potential issues? Maybe people just won't care. Again, it's a high quality metal building skin. Will it be used enough for people to appreciate skins like these? And of course, with last week, we did talk about that with these two, didn't we? And they did end up selling quite a lot. And I am concerned about that, but we'll see how that goes. Right then, so back over to here. Volcanic Rug. A perfectly fine, nice, noticeable, glow-in-the-dark design. It is a collection continuation. So we'll see what becomes of that rock and that furnace. Actually, guys, keep an eye on that furnace, by the way. But, yes, in regards to, like, all the other rug skins we've seen somewhat recently, we haven't had a marketable glow-in-the-dark rug for a while, have we? I know the fancy Orb design glows. Well, actually, no, Naughty does. But it's also a Christmas skin. It's out of season, so, okay, that might be a bit of a concern. So I have to go all the way back to 2024 to look at the Shadowborn rug, and that's looking very nice. Then you also have Respawn Allegory Fresco rug. That's also looking very, very nice. So, honestly, it does look like glow-in-the-dark rugs do work out quite nicely. Scroll. Yep, there you go. The rug from hell. Scroll. Panamanian rug. There you go. Did it. So, yeah, it looks like some glow-in-the-dark rugs do work out all right. And honestly, yeah, we don't really get that many of them, do we? So look at this. The floor is lava. All right, now I want it. Yeah, okay. All right, now it's won me over. We could put that on the floor. The floor is lava. Yes. All right, then, cool. Yeah, no, I'm actually very nice. I got to tell the Art of Rust people about that now, don't I? I have to. But yes, honestly, at $2.49, yeah, maybe it might have a bit of a dip here and there. Again, most skins are expected to drop off around March and April time. But I'm looking at that with a bit of positivity now. I didn't realise we don't really see that many glow-in-the-dark rugs being accepted. I guess it's justified to see it third best selling it at the moment. So, all right, cool. Not going to complain with that. Sales, of course, also would matter. And you know what? Let's just quickly point this out. Of all the rug skins that we've ever seen, what's the highest one? Like, what's the most highest selling ones? Let's just quickly point that out. Jungle Ivy. Yeah, okay. Jungle Ivy. Last year, I did warn you about potential problems. Well, there you go. It did drop off. Although it has recovered as well. Kelp Rug, 46,000 subscribers, 53,000 subscribers here. Oh my, people really do happen to like some green rugs. But yeah, in terms of a glow-in-the-dark one, there's Rug from Hell, 27,000 subscribers almost. Shadowborn Rug, 22,000 subscribers. Honestly, oh, there you go, Respawn Allegory Fresco as well. Honestly, people do be liking glow-in-the-dark rugs. I'm kind of looking at that with a lot more positivity now. All right, cool. Got to keep an eye on it though. So, all right, we'll leave it at that. Yes. Yeah. Right, good. No, Reptile Hunter, let's talk about you. So I think you might notice people like this set. Do you see? No, because it's very well camouflaged. Aha! Anyway, moving on. So I do believe that'll be working out very nicely. Yeah, we might see a lot more tactical glove skins being accepted this year, but I don't think we'll be seeing that many green options. More specifically, a dark green. That might be a little bit concerning for some people who happen to like using like Forest Raiders and all that. But honestly, you could just wear standard like normal tactical gloves without skins, and it would still be like perfectly fine for your Forest Raider set. It's mostly your body that people are concerned with. If you're holding a gun and whatnot, it's going to mostly get kind of like concealed and all that, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yes, people will appreciate. Like when I first saw this, do you remember this? When we saw the Reptile Hunter large backpack, I noticed it wasn't selling that much. Evidently, it did work out very nicely, and that was my expectation. So keep an eye on this. If it doesn't sell too much, it might work out quite all right. But then again, it's already fourth best-selling skin. It's already got 1,000 sales. It will be surpassing that. But is it going to surpass any of this? Well, it doesn't really matter. All right. Some of these skins here did like 36,000 subscribers. Still worked out. There's demand for this. People like, people appreciate. And it's, as I said, look at all the attempts for boots and gloves. Well, we finally got some gloves. Not roadside gloves, they're tactical gloves. But I think that probably is like the best thing that will most likely get the most support out of all the other tactical gloves. As time goes on, more and more and more will appear. I put this warning out to you last week when I was looking at this. I bet you there's a lot of collections out there that want to get some tactical gloves accepted now. Ultramarine was just submitted just this past weekend. Honestly, I was expecting Ultramarine today. That's very nice to see you. I'm very, very surprised to see Reptile Hunter. So yeah, I'm looking, that was some pretty good confidence. Face Punch is usually very averse to camouflage skins. But to be honest with you, will the Reptile Hunter tactical gloves be like super necessary? Of course they will. They look cool anyway. So yeah, I think they'll be holding up quite nicely. I do believe people will be appreciating them. I think that'll be a very nice thing to keep an eye on. And considering it's post-Christmas, if you're selling a lot of skins right now, honestly, this is a blessing. Yeah, oh yeah. So I think I will be buying some stuff out of this store today, but maybe I might leave it still a bit, keep an eye on the sales. Anyway, moving on. Reptile Hunter tactical gloves, I do believe they're a very good shout. And it might not rise up in price very quickly. Again, as I said, March, April time, we expect the dip. But this upcoming summer, next year's post-Christmas, I expect it to at least double in price within the year, right? So sales could be a problem, but at the moment, I'm not seeing that issue. Keep an eye out for my tweet with the first 24 hours of sales. How are you the 5th best-selling skin? Well, let's just quickly go over to here just to confirm. Still the 5th best-selling skin? All right, well, fair enough. So as we've already pointed out, this has the exact same amount of transparency in comparison to a Heatseeker SAR. As the Heatseeker SAR dropped off, let's just quickly take a look. Heatseeker SAR, you're usually on the front page. Maybe it is in a second, we'll see. Again, I get the feeling not everybody's full. Oh, there you go. oh, there you go. What happened there? Why did that suddenly drop off? Oh, that's just people being silly, right? Well, picture this, right? This is sitting here at almost $7. You could sell this right now and buy 2 Hellcore SARs with a little bit extra. Oh. But then again, I'm getting the feeling that a lot of people want a full set of Heatseeker. A lot of people do happen to like the colourful design. Now, you might not be one of them, and by all means offer your opinions in regards to Heatseeker collection. But it was inevitable other skins were going to get produced and accepted with similar transparency. It was inevitable. So, will we have another dip with the Heatseeker SAR like what we saw with that Twitch drop with the Bellum Spanish event? You might recall it had the exact same transparency as it. Dropped off for a while. It recovered very nicely. So, we'll see. But yeah, that's expected to drop off. And now we question, well, if the Heatseeker SAR went all the way up to, well, you know, $8, I think it was getting close to $9 at one point. What's going to happen to you? Because if you have not yet noticed it, we've had 2 Hellcore skins accepted in a row. So, AK-47, you know what? Let's go take a look at that. Let's go see if that's currently holding up quite nicely. Yeah, it's sitting there about $6 at the moment. But then again, give it time, more people will be able to list theirs. You get the idea, blah, blah, blah. Bilders look pretty sweet, though. Kind of thinking like maybe I should put down like a stronger Bilder. I was not expecting the instant collection continuation. Well, there you go. Things can be pretty crazy sometimes, so, nah, cool. In regards to the SAR, what weapon skin would you like to see being made next? I'm pretty sure Delarai is probably watching right now. Comment below, what would you like to see next? Crossbow? MP5? Thompson? Revolver? Python? Comment below, I'm sure he'll read it. And I'm pretty sure we could see more Hellcore skins being accepted this year. So, an interesting, predominantly black weapon collection. I think people will be liking that. So, keep an eye out. Perhaps it'll be another Heatseeker style weapon collection that comes out in 2026. Hellcore Spring. Shut up. Right, so keep an eye on it. It's looking interesting. And yes, it's abnormal. All of these skins here, they're abnormal. That's a super useful, very helpful thing, all right? Let's just quickly remind you, if you don't fully understand what abnormals are, again, there's still people that don't fully know. Please consider watching my most recent Abnormal Bilders video. You might have noticed I accidentally referred to it as January 8, 2025. Refresh! Come on, show it's 2026 now. There you go, I'm an idiot. But yes, consider watching this. Basically, last week's skins, all of them were abnormal. All of them became marketable before the roster even rotated. We had that early advantage, that early insight to figure out whether a skin was actually going to retain its value. Now, last night, I wasn't really feeling very confident with most of the skins. It's unfortunate, but sometimes it's like that. But this week, oh, I'm definitely looking forward to the abnormals this week. So, yes, I looked at all the skins. I did my early barders. I looked at the skins afterwards. I made the judgment that maybe it's better off that I just don't like approach these skins, make any purchases and whatnot. If I knew what the next roster was going to be, I probably would have. But anyway, here's what it is. So, yeah, consider watching that. First 5 minutes, skip ahead to the abnormal barter support. Everything's chaptered here, by the way. Abnormal barter support's right there. You'll see how I approach it. You'll see how I figure out everything. It's super helpful, right? So, hopping back over to here. Now we have the natural ruby hammer. Most hammer skins that come out tend to be very reliable. They don't really rise up that much, but they do tend to work out quite nicely. Oh, well, did you happen to notice every single marketable hammer skin's in the positive right now? Oh yeah, it's very nice, yes. It's a bit odd though. You would expect a lot more hammer skins to be accepted considering you always use a hammer. We only have 47 in total. Too much surprise, last year we didn't see like a Twitch drop or anything. But give it time, I won't be surprised if we see like a kick hammer. That really wouldn't surprise me. Give it time. Keep an eye out. But yes, more Twitch drops, kick drops in the future. We'll expect it. We'll wait for it. But every single skin is doing very nicely at the moment. And I'm happy to see that. But let's just remind ourselves. See these two hammers here? That came out literally the very first Rush Store of 2025. This came out like a month later. Honestly, both of these are a very good shout to keep an eye on. Because, well, I think these are the best things compared to because they both also don't glow in the dark. Let's also just go over to here. I know you might mention Señor Tomato, but considering the timing of when they came out, it's a lot more relatable. So right now, this is doing quite all right. Harper Seal Collection is a bit of a funny one, but this still worked out all right. $2.50, sold for $2, looking okay. Profit though, not insane, but it's still nice and reliable. That's the main thing to point out. So it's just kind of been there for a while. Now it's trending upwards. It's not insanely going up, is it? No. But it did turn out to be an interesting, okay profit. But for a very long time, it was just existing. So perhaps with this brand new hammer, maybe just stick with a barter. Because for a very long time, this was just slightly below and equal to its Rush Store price. Just a little bit up, just a little bit down. So yeah. Over to here with the medieval hammer, this actually performed a fair bit better. In regards to how much each of them sold, this did sell slightly less, but only slightly. Like, like 700-800 subscribers? So looking at you at the moment, let's just get a good look at your price. It's a perfectly fine looking medieval theme hammer. But this is performing better. And if we could just scroll down, look at sales history. Again, this actually rose up quite a bit. But it's only like risen up to like $2. Oh, let's see here. Let's figure you out. Like, it actually did rise up to $2.50 around October. Wow. But yes, it wasn't like an insane rise in price. So yes, based on what I've learned from the past with these two skins, honestly, if I desperately needed to buy some things, this hammer is perfectly fine. In the future, you've got to put the effort in to sell these. Like, see this right here? Let's just quickly switch over to here. There you go. That's 156 of them stacked right there. And then have all these as well. And those ones as well. Hey, they retained their value very nicely, didn't they? I've got to sell them though. And I have been selling them. People do be wanting them, like 30 sold today. So if you were to consider like in the past month, almost 1,000 have sold. All right, fair enough. That's all good. So yeah, hammer skins can be reliable. I'm not going to disrespect it. It's also abnormal, which is also a very nice advantage. But yeah, don't expect it to rise up in price insanely. So barter all the way, perhaps. I most likely would want to stick with that. But if I'm flush with like dosh and I need to spend it so I can keep selling my Rust skins, I will be considering it. Yes. So, all right, cool. Serpent Weave Combat Knife. If we're expecting a lot more combat knife skins to be accepted after this one, I would be cautious. But I should also point out, I think this is like a brand new skin creator. No, not you. It's the other skin. Don't worry about this. Sorry. But yes. Monomic Man, he's made quite a lot of skins in the past. That's a perfectly fine, cool... Is it a snake skin? Snake theme? It's looking like it. I would expect like a collection continuation like Monomic Man, long sword, please. Right, we'll see what becomes of that. But yes, it's a perfectly fine looking knife. And again, we don't really see that many knife skins being accepted. So last year we got one for spring. Only went up a bit. Scroll. 2020, that's all doing good. There will be people who are going to be fooled into thinking it's a perfectly fine, super safe option. But remember what happened to miner hats, and remember what happened with like the snow jackets. Just because some of those skins were all in the green and in the positive doesn't necessarily mean these new ones are going to be A-OK. And also, they're accepted years ago. Do not forget about that part. So, if we're expecting another one, and even possibly another one, and maybe another one, So, yeah, like, perhaps the best example would be to look at all the recent L96s. Like, that was real bad. Okay? So let's just get a real quick look at the L96 skins there. Oh, there you go. Like, these 5 appeared within a month. Down 46, down 34, down 58, down 27, and it's post-Christmas, so these have technically improved. That's not looking good, is it? No. So, yeah, be wary, be cautious, and it's also not abnormal. Looks nice, though. It's just, yeah, there will be more combat knives. And chances are, maybe an interesting looking collection continuation as well. Quite a lot of them did appear. Consider watching my Rustwick Ship skin checks. Speaking of a collection continuation, this took over a year to be accepted. Blocky Silo has returned. So, Blocky collection. It kind of dropped off. It wasn't looking very pretty. But then again, now with the brand new skin, has this bumped up? Not really. It's been improving recently regardless. Again, post-Christmas, wonderful time to sell your skins. But it hasn't really changed. But then again, there's like hardly any listings. But surely that would mean it would go up in price then? Anyway, well, it doesn't appear to be a very in-demand collection. Also, another armored door. Ah! So, yeah, that's definitely a consideration. Don't forget, like I said with last week, if we keep seeing more and more and more armored doors being accepted, you know what's going to happen. We're going to end up like this and this. Where only 1 or 2 skins will be, like, appreciated more than the others, and all the others will suffer. Suffer! So, okay. I'm going to be very quick with it. I'm not trusting it. Its collection isn't very in demand. Armored doors, we keep seeing more and more of them. But hey, independently, it's a perfectly fine looking skin. Keka's made some very nice, cool designs. In fact, if you actually look at like the other skins in the collection that have been like submitted, you'd probably be quite upset because all of these have like a fun like monument design on them, but it looks as if it's been made out of Lego. So yeah, we also happen to have like the armored double door. We have the rug. I'm surprised they never accepted the rug. That looks cool. That's launch site. So, all right, maybe you might see more of them. We'll see. But I don't have like the most confidence. And again, it's not his fault. Face Punch randomly decided, let's just keep accepting more and more armored doors. Again, this was pulled out from like almost 2 years ago. They know they literally just accepted an armored door the previous week. I don't know what they're up to, but it's quite odd that they suddenly want to get tons of armored doors accepted. So next week we might see another one. Next month we might see another 2 or 3. Within half a year we might see about 10 or 10 plus. So we'll see what becomes of it, but yeah, keep an eye out, right? I know some people will be hating, but I just went and wore, like, I just put on, like, full Reptile Hunter earlier. I put on flashbacks on earlier. I held this with it. It looks funny. The contrast with this, with some green clothing and armor, honestly looks really funny. But hey, look! Señor Tomato weapons! Wow! Sepesh, I don't know what you've done to get all of these acceptances, but I'm incredibly surprised a tomato's gotten this far. So, what weapon skin would you like to see being made next? But also, what is this unique? Is this special? Not to sound mean, like I'm asking you genuinely. Because when it comes to AK-47s, it has to be super unique or pay to win for it to actually turn into a very nice, interesting investment. What I see there is perfectly fine. It's unique, that's for sure. But is it going to be appreciated? Also, it's not exactly the first ever full red design. You might recall we had a Redemption AK-47. Redemption? No, damn. Redemption. Good job, Hedge. Well done. Redemption. There we go. Thank you. AK-47 is actually doing very good at the moment. It's up by 50%. I've been selling quite a lot of them. That's been appreciated, but then again, like, there's a lot of skins here, and quite a lot of them are appreciated. Is Señor Tomato appreciated? We take a look. Well, some of it looking like it is. But then again, it's a bit odd, this collection. You'll go look at the Steam market, look at these skins, and you realise, oh, hang on a minute. There's like hardly any listings. 19 in total. 7 sales today. Does that look reliable to you? Like, let's go over to look at the furnace. All right, so furnace. 36, there's like nothing. 36, honestly, is like really low for a Ruskin. Only 13 sales today. So, yeah, what do you reckon? I'm not sure, but when you see it in game, I will wear full green with it just for a laugh. I think you'll see the funny side of it. But will that be appreciated? That's the question. Perhaps it might just get lost in a shuffle, like most AK-47 skins. Feel free to offer your opinion, but also keep an eye on the sales. If it sells like next to nothing, maybe there's nothing to worry about. Wild Hunt Small Box. You are abnormal, and you're the third skin to be accepted. The bed has greatly appreciated your existence. And who knows, maybe next week, we shall see. If you haven't watched my short video of this yet, consider giving it a good watch. That's really setting a nice vibe. And it looks really cool. Glows in the dark. It's a perfectly fine looking bearskin rug. If that gets accepted, if they list that at like $1.49 or $2, I could see that selling quite a lot. With the recent Christmas bearskin rug, oh yes. But anyway, focus on small boxes. The collection is growing. More deployables are being accepted. Icona has been making some cool looking skins. I should also point out there was a garage door as well, but it was submitted quite some time back. Perhaps he just needs to resubmit it or tweak it a little bit. We shall see. But I really am liking the scary sort of forest spirit design. Lechen. What's the name? Is it Lechen? Monster. No, it's a Lechen. Leshen. Oh, I'm an idiot. Right, so there you go. That's the vibe I'm getting with it. We need a deer skull mask, don't we? Deer skull mask. I said that weird there. Deer skull mask. Yep, that'll be cool. Let me dress up as him. Give me some weird looking burlap rags to go with it. But save it for later, all right? Continue with deployables, Mr. Icona. You got a real good thing going on here. But what would you, the viewer, like to see being made next? A table? What? Oh, the forest spirit would be very angry with you if you're turning his wood into IKEA furniture. Anyway, I do expect more to be made, and I do expect to see more being accepted. I would like to see it happening, but you can't just assume it's definitely going to happen, right? Come on now, that bearskin rug looked amazing. Anyway, so the possibility for more collection continuations is definitely making that look a whole lot more appetizing. But small boxes, well, it's not surprising to see who dropped off, but this is probably a good shout out. Dungeon Small Wood Box, you're accepted. And we also happen to see the armored double door being accepted. Like, it was nice to see the return of you, but has that actually held up quite nicely with the rest of the skins? Let's just get a quick look at you. I'm just curious. So the armored double door's doing good. You're doing good. The garage door's doing good. These have been these have been worse off, so they're doing better. You haven't really budged. Like, that worked out all right. So perhaps a small box with some other skins being accepted. Well, just before and well, hopefully just after as well. It's looking to be in a pretty interesting spot. It also glows very nicely. It looks cool, and it's got like a lot of creative like room for some more interesting looking deployables to be made. So Icona, keep riding that wave of momentum, and let's see if we can get some more skins accepted. You're doing a very good job with this. Now, I think they're going to change that name. I did bring it up. Out of all the Oasis skins, so let's just quickly point this out. So all the other Oasis skins have quite literally been changed to Oasis. How you'd spell Oasis. But for this one, oh, we broke it. But for this one, it's Oeyesis. It is the same collection, and it most likely will have its name changed. But yeah, it's all alone technically. But yes, it's another skin being accepted for that collection. That waited just over a month. That's it, 2 months. So this was submitted quite some time back. It's a late pick, along with the what was it? The armored door. I don't know what to expect with this, because last year we saw quite a lot of locker skins being accepted. And with fridges, we just kept seeing more and more and more. So far this year, no fridges, which is quite all right. But look at all of that. You've only got 2 of these that are actually in the positive. The rest of them, that was a record-breaking amount of lockers last year. The year before that, record-breaking amount of lockers. And the year before that, no, that was actually the record-breaking amount. Okay. Point still remains, though. A lot more of them are now being submitted. A lot more of them are now being accepted. And if you keep seeing more options, well, that can lead to more issues. So, yes. It looks nice, and we'll see that for a second, in a second, don't you worry. But I kind of had doubts. And when you actually look at like the collection itself, and it looks like SEMM is broken and it's not updating itself, so I might not be able to look at the skin creator skins. Well, I mean, look over here. You can see them here. So I can confirm to you, large boxes below its rust or price. Garage doors below its rust or price. Sheet metal doors below its rust or price. Sheet metal double doors doing perfectly fine. That's all for $2. That's sitting there about almost $3. And the furnace is down in price. That's sold for $2, $2.49. It's sitting there right now at $1.50. This sold for like $2.49. It's sitting there at barely over $1. So that really kind of just sets the tone. It doesn't actually appear to be very in demand. But if it's like a sheet metal double door, for example, oh, it actually might work out right. But this right here, that's a locker. So I feel like I addressed that pretty quickly just to say that, yeah, lockers don't appear to be very in demand at the moment. And yeah, there's far too many options being accepted. People can't choose very easily. So yeah, it might get lost in a shuffle. Or we might end up seeing like another 10 lockers being accepted this year. And if it does happen, well, my expectations will most likely come true. So yeah, keep an eye on it. It's nice. You'll see it for you'll see it with your own eyes in a second. But yeah, I'm having doubts. Flame Anarchy Pump Shotgun. Hey, another pump shotgun skin's been accepted. And you're the person I need to talk about because you're a brand new person. Last year we saw the, not going to say its name, I'll get in trouble. And then JPEG pump shotgun. Yeah, that's down in price still. Your evens and your Twitch drop. And then you look at all the other ones. I'm starting to notice pump shotguns aren't exactly holding their value perfectly fine. A lack of sales definitely could give it a nice boost. But over to here, let's just confirm. So this is produced by Axolotl and Gurin. Congratulations. I'm not sure if you had a skin accepted before, but yep. An interesting yellowy design. And they have been making some skins in the past, so hardly any followers because they're sort of relatively newish. So back over to here. A flaming pump shotgun. It's cool. It's fine. I kind of expect it to just basically, at best, retain its value. I will not be surprised in the slightest if it dips below its rust or price. Saw that with the Redemption pump shotgun, for example. And right now, that's only barely like going back up to its like evens on its rust or price. Maybe we'll see like a Flame Anarchy weapon collection or something, but not feeling very confident with that. And I'm not feeling very confident with that overall. But a lack of sales, that could change things, all right? So keep an eye out. Might be interesting. But also, that's not abnormal, so that might be a bit of concern. Temple Bed. We're getting some weird skins accepted for the Temple collection, but hey, look, it's still getting skins accepted. Anyway, what would you like to see be made next? Because technically, this did start off as a Deployable set. Temple Table. Oh, you know what? That sounds fun to say. Temple Table, Temple Table, Temple Table, Temple... All right, anyway, moving on. It glows, it's a bed. I mean, but... My expectations, my worries about last week are coming true. Will 2026 have a lot of bed skins accepted? Well, we're 2 for 2 for so far, so And then we have Halloween. Well, we will have Halloween. We have Valentine's and Lunar New Year just around the corner. Come on now. You're going to sit there and say you don't expect to see a Valentine's bed? Are you sitting there and expecting that we won't see a Lunar New Year bed? Come on now, think about it. So, yeah. I'm expecting a lot more beds this year. And Easter. Yep. I worry for it. But maybe it sells next to nothing. But still, I worry for it because if we just still keep seeing tons of beds, it's still going to get lost in the shuffle. My doubts I had last week will roll over to this week as well. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Right, so I feel like I've said more than enough in regards to all these skins and their potential as nice investments. Let's also just refresh just to stay up to date. How about we go hop in game, get a good look at all these skins in all their separate categories. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at all the deployables. Okay, here we are. So, some people will be mentioning, apparently this sheet metal double door has transparency. Can confirm it's the door handles, the doorknobs. So, alright, understood. A perfectly fine, nice looking design produced by Mr. Robstar. Some of you might be fooled thinking, oh, the transparency surely is here. No. This is simply a sheet metal double door that blends in quite nicely with the brand new space station building skin that glows. First of all, with the lights on nearby, let's just get a good look at that. Does it reflect that much? Reasonably, it's perfectly fine for what it is. And then, of course, if we could just pull back a bit more, just make it total darkness. That's super bright and super noticeable. So honestly, long term, If we don't see that many sheep Metadobadors this year, oh, that's even better. We could still see quite a lot, but I still think that'll work out fine. I think that, honestly, will end up, you know, performing exactly like last year's skins and the year before that. People appreciate some very nice looking sheep Metadobadors. That's looking fine. I have no issue with it. It doesn't look like it's selling that much. It looks like it's going to sell like a respectably fine amount. And I think we could be A-okay with that. Could we actually see like a collection continuation? Because with last week's skins, we saw 2 Armored Double Door collection continuations. That happened. Hey, I mean, even with last week's doors, we might see different types of deplorables being made. But this, I don't know, single sheep Metador? What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. And now, let's take a look at the other skins. So, as we move over to here, we have the blocky design. Let's move that around. Oh, messed up the sun. I was going to go left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, anyway. So, that's fine. It's a very nice, cool design with the rocket. No, that's the silo, you fool. No, whoops. Well, I mean, it's kind of a rocket. Shut up, Hedge. Anyway. So, unlike sheep Metadors, armored doors can actually have 2 different like designs on each side. So that's looking fine. Also, if I could just move the sun around, we can get a good look at this during the day. That's looking fine. And back around there again. So, yeah, I've got no issue with that. Let's also turn the lights back on. No, on. On. Right, nap time. So, does it reflect that much? Doesn't appear to. Doesn't appear to be very reflective. Is a little bit, but not like super in your face. So, of course, let's look at this in total darkness. Can confirm that does happen to light out quite nicely. The glow is quite noticeable. Armed with what? Uh-oh. And then over to here, on the other side. Awesome. So, that's a perfectly fine looking design, but how many armored doors are we going to see in 2026? Also, the plane's flying over my head. Get out of here. Right, anyway. Looks cool. Feel free to comment below your thoughts. And now we move over to here, and well, Hazmat. All the colours of the Hazmat. Do you think we could probably see like more deplorables with this girl, with this anime girl design? She'll probably get a plushie soon. There's your new mascot for Rust. So many groans I just heard. Right, so over to here. Let's just move around. Perfectly fine. Nice, very noticeable glow-in-the-dark design. I've only just looked at her eye. She really is trying to become the new mascot, isn't she? Alright, so with total darkness, it looks ever so nice and bright. With the lights on, are you even reflective? With the actual art, it doesn't appear to be. I mean, it is, yeah, to a point. You got to really like look in a certain way to see the reflection there, though. And the wood, I mean, that looks kind of nice. It does, yeah, looks pretty. So, alright, cool. Will the anime girl design remain popular? How many anime girl designs do you reckon we're going to see this year? Then again, it might be like sheep Metadobadors. It might be single doors. Who knows? So, maybe we'll get some variety. I can confirm to you there's a lot of holidays to look forward to. So we'll see. But independently, I do think it'll work out quite alright. So, alright, cool. Back over to here with the lights on. Let's just pan around one more time. I honestly think it's a perfectly fine design. But it very likely will end up like the October... well, it's an October skin. The Halloween Week 2 garage door. I do think it'll drop off for a bit, for a while. But then, this summertime, yep. I think this summertime will be rising up ever so nice. Now over to here. Well then, what's that? It's the temple bed. So I've got nothing against it. It's just like, not the best of timing. I'm not surprised to see it's the lowest selling skin this week. And if we keep seeing more and more beds, I do believe every single bed we see, other than certain notable collections, I do believe they are all going to go below and end up being like the lowest selling skins. There are far too many of them being accepted. They first became skinnable back at the very beginning of October. So it's been October, November, December. It's only just about turned into January. We've already seen like 23 skins in total. That's how crazy it's been, so. Alright. Anyway, nighttime look. With the lights on nearby, are you reflective? Not really. All the temple skins have not been that reflective. Which is, in certain ways, why it's appreciated. Alright. And of course, lights off. Can confirm it glows ever so nicely, ever so brightly. So, yeah. Does it glow anywhere else? Doesn't appear to. What are your thoughts then? I honestly think it's perfectly fine. It's just, you will see other beds that come out that also look perfectly fine. Nothing will be able to compete with my Popstar bed. So yeah, it's fine. Got no issue with it. Guess we have to move on. Right, let's move this sun around a bit. Come on, get all the way around. There we go. Right, so Oasis locker. Keep an eye out. It might have its name changed. It might have its name changed. We'll see what becomes of that. But yes, that's a perfectly fine looking locker. But how many lockers we're going to see being accepted this year? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Oh, I just got raided. Thank you very much there, Mr. Perilous Outlaw. How you doing? What do you think about this locker? Do you like? Honestly, it probably would fit in very nicely with like an Adobe base. That probably would be a perfectly fine addition. Yeah, looks alright to me. Alright then. And of course, turn the lights back on. Night time. Oh, right. So it reflects quite nicely to a point. It helps it stand out ever so nicely. Alright then. Let's just get a good look to the sides, round the back, on the top. Okay. Wait, did that glow at the back? Oh, it does. The feet. The feet, they glow. Look, look. Alright, didn't notice that. That's the first instance I've ever noticed something like that. And of course, in total darkness. I said total darkness. Thank you. Right, there you go. Stand out. Glows. Looks fine to me. And then we have the eerie, strange, scary, Leshen themed design. It is Wild Hunt. Scary. But as I said, there's a lot of like potential with that. Lots of new skins to look forward to. Well, we'll see, we'll see. As I said, the bearskin rug has been submitted. It's out there. Could we see 3 skins being accepted in a row for this collection? What do you reckon? Keep an eye out. Would you like to see like a primitive set being made from it as well? I would prefer if the skin creator commits to deployables first. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, with the lights on nearby, it doesn't seem to reflect that much. If anything, I might have pushed it a little bit too far away from the lights. But during the day, well, can confirm it still stands out quite nicely. It's a perfectly fine looking scary box. Don't stick your hand in it. But yeah, looks fine to me. Yep. Now over to here, it's been said a few times already, but we'll say it again. The floor is lava. The floor is lava, indeed it is. Sun, can I move you all the way around? Let's get to it, yep. So you might notice it does glow in the dark. You'll see that perfectly in a second. But yep, you can walk on it. It'll burn your feet. Oh, what a wonderful time. So, yeah, what do you reckon? A little bit reflective there of the sunlight. That's looking pretty cool. You could probably turn your whole base into a lava base by covering it in this. But wow, your bases would be quote-unquote quite bright if you cover all of it in lava. It's the perfect defense. Right, anyway, nighttime look. So with the lights nearby, you'll notice that, yes, it does appear to reflect quite nicely. And then, of course, if I could just turn the lights off from there and, of course, over there. All right, well, look at that. That's a very bright, very noticeable, glow-in-the-dark volcanic rug. But, yeah, maybe walk around in socks or something, you know, just to keep me a little bit more protected. Right then, so that's perfectly fine. Actually, instead of changing the time, let's just get a quick peek of all the weapons and the hammer. Hammer isn't a weapon. It's a very helpful tool. So in third person, let's just get a good look at all of these weapons, first of all. Yep, let's get a good look at that. Señor Tomato AK-47. The goofy face is on the other side, just to clarify. Over to here, the brand new pump shotgun. Nice and shiny. It's a perfectly fine snaky design. I think it's a snake. If I'm wrong, skin creator, complain at me. And then, oh yes, that's a nice ruby design for a hammer. That's looking perfectly fine. And, well, we'll talk about you in a second. You're a bit to the side there. Maybe I could just, no, how do I, hey. Ta-da. So, yeah, maybe don't move. So with what I see here, that's a stockless, transparent AIMSIGHT SAR with a very cool approach with the skeletal sort of design. A mostly black design. We'll be holding all these weapon skins in a second, right? We'll be showcasing them, and I know for a fact a lot of you are going to be very curious about that, so don't you worry, we'll get to that in a bit. But before we do that... Oh no, I turned the lights off. Wow. First of all, why not keep them off? Let's see how it is in shade, because that right there is the Reptile Hunter tactical gloves. And I've only put the hoodie and pants on, but honestly, I think that's all you need to see. It does appear to, it does seem to blend in reasonably well with the hoodie. I've got no issue with that. And I think a lot of people are very pleased to see it being accepted today. Lights are on. Let's also move the sun around as well. So let's kind of give us a bit... Ah, there we go. Perfection. What do you reckon? I think that could be a nice slow burn. And I might have to go by a couple hundred. I'm not joking though. Here's hoping we don't see any more green clothing armor skins being accepted for a while. Oh, don't curse us, Hedge. No! Well, yeah, that's fine. I think it'll be appreciated. I wonder how much of it gets bought though. I wonder if it ends up getting like tons of listings, because I should warn all of you, with that North Star face mask and chest plate, that was a fairly recent skin, wasn't it? Fairly recent skin in the Rust store. Someone decided to unload a couple, like what, 300 of them? 300 face masks at the very least on the Steam market, but he listed them quite high. But unless you have like tools such as Steam Inventory Helper, you wouldn't be able to tell, and the majority of people don't have the tools, so what do you reckon? A lot of them might be fooled into thinking that there's tons of them and it's going to suffer and crash and burn. So perhaps you might see the same thing with these tack gloves. Keep an eye out. But overall, looks fine. I think a lot of people will be appreciating it. How about we go ahead and get a good look at those weapons now then? Get a good look at this interesting ruby-themed hammer. As I said, they tend to be very reliable. They're not expected to crash and burn. This very likely will be retaining its value. But how does it look at night time or whatnot? We do want to see how that looks. And so, of course, let's go ahead and hold it in my hands. So let's just give it a nice little inspection. Look at that shine. Very shiny, oh yes indeed. Look at that. Yes. Night time, look. Oh, there you go. Can't see it. Oh, no. Well, it is what it is. I can vaguely see it there, but yeah, that's not going to be helpful. So let's go stand in the light. Yeah, it's reflective, all right. Just kind of like strike a pose. Guess they have to do. So yeah, I'm going to go grab a few. Or do you reckon, like last year, we'll probably see another one being accepted fairly soon? And then at some point later down the line, something goofy like Señor Tomato. And then for a holiday, something like, well, the ever so lovely looking From Hell hammer. We'll see. By default, I just don't expect that many hammer skins to be accepted this year. Let's see if that holds up, or let's see if it's going to be different. So, feel free to comment below your thoughts. Let's go ahead and showcase the next skin. So, daytime, whoops. The first combat knife for January 2026. We do expect another one next week. Looks fine to me. I've got no issue with that. Let's see if I'm in a good position for this camera. Oh, yeah, perfect. Perfect. Look at that. So, yeah. Interesting snaky design with all the scales. Thoughts, please? Do you like it? Or do you reckon you'll wait till next week? We don't get that many combat knife skins, and don't sit there and tell me you don't use it, because of course you always find it with the toolboxes near the barrels. You must shank the barrels with the snake. So that's cool, but what about night time? Okay, yeah, you can't see it. Right, so over to here. As I said, we do expect some more combat knives to be accepted, and that very likely could lead to some issues for this. Maybe we'll see like a super colourful one next week. Maybe we'll see one with like insane transparency. No knife. We'll see how it goes. But yes, that is looking to be perfectly fine. If you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated to keep working out nice creative designs in the future. So yeah, that's looking nice and shiny. Right then, next skin. Daytime. Right then, so we have the pump shotgun. That's a nice looking design. Again, newer skin creator. A giggle of that. Piece has been scratched out. Uh-oh. So let's just... Oh yes, wonderful. Let's give that a nice reload as well. Oh, do I not have any ammo? Let's go quickly get some ammo. And we're back. Right. Let's give you a nice reload. Sorry about that. We've got an issue because the base is right in the monument. So when I sleep, it doesn't like that. I'm dead. So, right, cool. Night time. You know, I could vaguely see it there. Oh, I can see the body of that. Right, that's very noticeable. But the actual, like, aim sight... But then again, you're just probably running up to people like... Hope for the best. Right, anyway. Over to here. I move right. I move left. It's kind of shiny. So let's just strike a pose and look pretty. Right then, so... Recently we have seen... We've seen quite a decent amount of pump shotguns. This year, I expect around 4. Four's about right for a pump shotgun, I guess you could say. What do you think? Are you considering buying a few? Maybe a lack of sales could help it out in the future. Maybe this turns into an interesting looking weapon collection. All I can say is keep up the good work to the skin creator. And now, whoop, let's go switch over to the next skin. So, it is a bit goofy. It is a bit silly. What are your honest thoughts in regards to what we see here? Again, let's just hold it like over to here. Well, okay, I guess that will... There we go, much better. Honestly, it's not too bad. But in like every single environment, people are going to be able to spot that, aren't they? You know what? They can spot it. I'm a Señor tomato enjoyer. So, you know, suffer. Ketchup, yeah. Oh, no ammo. Oh. So let's go ahead and sort that out. Ketchup. Right, so let's also look at this at night time. No. Oh, okay, vaguely, but not super noticeable. So yeah, just get like put a name sign or whatnot. So alright, understood. Wait, no, don't. You wanna go over to here? Yep, sorry about that. Well, his eyes are nice and shiny. Let's strike a pose this side. There we go. Oh, my arm obstructs it. Now he's shy. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Alright, move on. So, yeah. Goofy, silly, and it still gets skins accepted. So what would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. Do you reckon we should test it out with some green clothing? Alright then, so where could they be? Where could they be? Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, you can immediately see it, can't you? Yeah, you could immediately see it. But is it honestly that noticeable? Am I just overthinking it? What do you reckon? So as you can see here, I'm wearing a Reptile Hunter. Got those tacky gloves on as well. Oh yes, oh yes. But honest opinions, do you think it honestly makes that much of a difference? Again, it is goofy. It is silly. Let's just go hide in the shade here. Honestly, that clothing and armor's doing pretty good there. But yeah, I can see the red. So let's get up nice and close. So let's go whoosh. What do you reckon then? It does stand out. What just happened to my head? What? Did you see that? Anyway. Did you see... Okay, I'm just going to move on. Okay, yeah, so goofy, yes. Very silly. And, yeah. How about I go ahead and put on some other green clothing and armor? Okay, so... Can you see me? I can still see the red there, but with the flowers and whatnot, it's not that noticeable. Like, when I stand here, there's not too much of a problem. At the end of the day, I'm just making a bit of a joke. I mean, look at it. It's so goofy and so silly to be paired up with such green clothing and armor. Hey, I know some people like super eager to see this comparison earlier, so I thought I'd show it off in the video as well. You might be wondering, wow, that green clothing and armor is pretty sweet. Well, of course it is, because of course... Oh, you messed up. You messed up. Alright, so. What's a lovely bit of flashbacks, hoodie and pants. Forest Raiders tier 2. Shouldn't be too pricey, right? Anyway, let's just move along with this. Side view. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can see it. Again, at the end of the day, this is just a goofy, silly thing. Like the first thing, like the literal first thing some people were asking for was, can we get a good look at this with some green clothing armor? And I thought, yeah, all right, I'll go ahead and showcase this in the video as well. People had very curious thoughts, and well, they're quite devilish thoughts, aren't they? Yes. So let's get up nice and close. It's a silly idea. That was the plan. So what do you reckon then? Are you a fan of this goofy, silly Señor Tomato AK-47? Feel free to comment below. Now I'm saving this for last because I'm going to do a nice comparison. Boom. What do you reckon? Well, can't help but assume that's going to have a pretty interesting future. But let's also consider this. Will there be more SARs like this? With a transparent aim sight like that? It wouldn't surprise me. I think eventually down the line we'll probably be seeing another one. But maybe it might be like purple or something. Who knows? Anyway, of course, let's do a nice little comparison. So first of all, let's just get a look at you. Then of course we have the $7 Heat Seeker SAR. Some of you might sit there and say, oh, but that's got some transparency literally within the actual aim sight. Do you actually consider that to be useful? And then over to here. The Bellum Twitch drop from last year. Silifers SAR. This was given away for absolutely free. I'm not sure if people are actively like chasing to use this first. I mean, are people actually aware it has the exact same transparency as Heat Seeker? And of course, Hellcore. So, alright, not too bad. Let's give you a nice reload. Looks perfectly fine to me. And of course, we need to see how it looks at night time. It's got a bit of white on the aim sight, but is it noticeable? Vaguely. Now you might sit there and say, oh, does this really matter? Look at the Heat Seeker SAR. Oh, yeah. It's a lot more noticeable. With the yellow colour scheme and whatnot, with purples and reds, this actually does stand out. You can see the aim sight. But over to here, no, you cannot. Now with Silifers SAR, so let's just quickly confirm we're using it. So let's just switch over to here. Some of you might assume, oh, does it like glow or anything? Can you see anything? Well, let's go ahead and showcase just that. Can confirm it doesn't glow. And the actual body of it and the aim sight does actually stand out a fair bit better in comparison to, well, our Hellcore SAR. So, alright, that might be a bit of a problem. But in regards to what we just saw with the AK-47 with the previous week, I mean, that worked out instantly. But then again, give it time. When more people are able to list their skins, I mean, give it time, it probably will be going down below its rust or price. But you never know. We might see a third skin in a row over the course, like the next, like, well, next restaurant is what I'm saying. Keep an eye out on the workshop this weekend from Mr. Delaroy. What weapon skin is he going to make next? What would you prefer? What would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. And now, night time again. Turn around. Sorry. So, yeah. That's looking nice. That's looking mighty fine. So, can't complain. Which way? Strike a pose. Look pretty. Try your best. Where did my clothes go? Señor Tomato AK-47 flavour got all rubbed all over me. And the wolves got to me. Had to ditch my clothes and armour. Anyway, whilst they're feasting on ketchup-flavoured clothing and armour, I'm feasting on this ever so exquisite, lovely-looking SAR. I can't help but assume will be a very nice, interesting investment. But we still want to keep an eye on the sales, alright? Still want to keep an eye on the sales. But as I jokingly said, like, could we have like a Hellcore Spring? Hellcore Summer? Hellcore Encore with many more random collection continuations in the future? We'll see, alright? In comparison to the other SARs, it's fine, it's just, well, at least you're cheap. Yeah. The other one was free, but then again, people probably missed out on the Bellum Twitch drops. You get the idea. So, it holds up. That's the main thing to be aware of. So, I should ask you, do you prefer the way I do the videos now? Talk about the skins first, showcase the skins afterwards, instead of going back and forth, of your opinion. Right, so, as you can see here, it's been about, well, a bit. It's a bit late now, but don't worry, I'm stopping soon. Keep an eye on the sales. When people return tomorrow, when they've actually got time to sit down and play Rust again, I won't be surprised in the slightest that you'll probably see a lot of sales happening like in the evening. More specifically, UK time, alright? When Rust stores are late, Europe is asleep. But of course, next day, Europe will be awake. they'll be buying the skins as well. So, all right, cool, understood. So, is there anything else that we need to address? Keep an eye on the commits. You don't know what else they're going to be working on. You don't know what brand new things could potentially be added soon, but you can get an early insight, right? Fix third person wallpaper tool, not animation. Okay, so it looks like they're fixing some sort of animations there. Boxes DLC. The words I dread to hear. And artist pack DLC. Lots of things being referenced there. Shutter frames. There's been mentions of a customizable reactive target. That sounds cool. So yes, once we're finally finished with the naval update, once it's actually out with February, who knows what the next big update is going to be. What would you like to see being added to Rust? So, all right, cool. Keep an eye out. And yes, Artist Pack DLC or Boxes DLC. I'm pretty sure at least one of them is going to be ready for February. And then the other one will be ready for March. I'm very worried about what potentially it could be. Again, like with the Boxes DLC, I am concerned. If it's large boxes, uh-oh. If it's small boxes, maybe that won't hurt so much. I'm kind of convinced it's small boxes because, number one, they refer to it as boxes. Number two, surely they'd know with all their storage collections they've accepted in the past. I mean, they'd know that that would upset a lot of people, right? But also, remember Small Props Collection? Remember how it just abruptly stopped? Well, if this is going to be a small box collection, I mean, what do you reckon is going to happen? Well, I mean, yeah, they probably didn't want to have something to compete with this, I guess. So yes, we've never seen a proper full box collection, full small box collection, just to clarify, be added to Rust. So I get the feeling that is going to be what it is. But then again, I don't know. So it's annoying not knowing. It's really annoying. So yes, Artist Pack DLC with the paint gun and all that. I get the feeling this is going to be the one for February. But again, we'll find out soon enough. We're getting closer and closer. At the very least, I should point out some interesting brand new things are going to be added to Rust soon. What's that, Hedge? Oh, it's just over to here. So if you've seen Protox on Twitter, he's already showcased this. But yeah, they were literally just added to the game today. Scientist plushie, heavy scientist plushie. Let's switch over to here. Let's just get a good look at what we have here. Ta-da! Protox is already always in the know of all the new brand new things that are being added. And he actually got an early look at this, earlier. So, all right. Bobbleheads and whatnot, lovely, but these are the two. These are the two, so lovely stuff, wonderful. That'll most likely be ready. I assume it's going to be February as well, when it's actually released and whatnot. So, all right, cool. If you bought the little trinket, the little, what do you call them, plushie, then yeah, you're good. All right, cool, understood. Right, is there anything else I need to address? Post-Christmas is a wonderful time. How successful have you been? I'm sure you're fully unaware. I essentially froze my account. I made it private, so it always just remembers all the skins I had ever since the 17th of November. All of those skins went all the way up to about $98,000. What? Yeah, yeah. Welcome to post-Christmas. Right now, prices are still very, very good. But you have to make your decisions in regards to, well, you could sell your skins now, get the profit, wait till March and April time, consider buying your skin again. Honestly, in a lot of instances, that's expected to be perfectly fine. When you buy a skin again, it's expected that it'll be cheap enough that you still have a bit of your profit. Could be a bit of a gamble though, could be a bit of a risk. Do take that into consideration, right? You've got to think about it. Think logically. Try your best, all right? With certain skins that are older, look at their past. See how much they drop off around March and April time. See how much they rise back up again around the summertime. All right, so that's for you to consider. Okay, cool. So I have a lot of skins. I have no major attachments to them. I have been trying my best to sell. So this is the newest, or rather the next account I've been trying to get some sales on. Let's just see if some sales have happened since I've been yapping. So are we above 200 now? No. Oh, wow. Well, I've got to put more effort into listing some more. I've only just started. And look at that. There's hardly any skins there. So if I switch over to here, there's probably a much better amount over to here. So let's just get a good look at you over to here. Come on, refresh. I've got several accounts, and I've got to work on all of them. But at the very least, I have maxed out 3, 4 of them now. Technically 5, because I keep spending with one account. Are you going to appear? Is it all just an illusion? Come on now. I I don't know what's gone wrong. It's broken for some reason. Ah, great. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I repeat, don't forget, Valentine's is just around the corner. So expect a lot of pink fairly soon, and hearts and all that. But then, of course, Lunar New Year, the year of the horse. And I actually added a fun suggestion. It looks like January doesn't have a brand new Skinnable. But you know what would make sense for the year of the horse? A Skinnable for February 2026? Horse armor. Sure, why not, man? Yay! Right, let's go switch over to here. Come on, you can load it up. Thank you. Right, so this has got quite a lot more listings. I'm trying to put more of an effort in. Oh, I didn't. Damn, I've got to sort that out. I'm trying to put more of an effort in to sell the skins that don't really rise up in price that much. But then again, when times are bad, they're worthless. Not to sound mean, but you've seen many skins like that, I'm sure. So I'm trying to get more of an effort in to sell some other skins. Is this definitely up to date? Are you sure you're definitely refreshed? Can I just confirm that? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm kind of surprised by that. Oh my, look at that pending. Oh, that's about $100 worth of pending there. Whew. So yeah, I've got to sort this out. I've got to probably look at these, remove the skins that are too high priced and relist them at a slightly lower price. Oh, look, there you go. There's one. So apparently, whilst I've listed these at £1.38, someone's listed theirs about 20 pennies cheaper. Yeah, it's all showing it now. That is Steam Inventory Helper that's pointing that out to me, right? Very helpful. Very helpful. Cool. So I think that's pretty much everything. Player count, good. Can't complain. It's not as good as last year, but it's good enough. And trust me, I'm very happy with the sales I've had so far. Right, so we've talked about the commits. I guess I'll sit here and say keep an eye on the workshop, of course. Lots of interesting skins submitted just this past weekend. Do want to point out last week we didn't see a single early pick, but quite a lot of the skins from that batch of skins, they've been accepted. So a decent amount of them over to here. And we did see quite a lot of early picks today. So over to here, can't confirm. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3, and you got 4. So again, I'm very surprised to see they accepted that. I was honestly expecting like one of the spacesuit designs. If we just recently got the Hedge Twitch drop gloves for absolutely free, I guess it wouldn't hurt for some white ones. Well, it's up to face punch, so yeah, you get the idea. So cool. And so let's now go ahead. Oh, actually, no, one more thing. Do consider giving this a good watch. It could help you out in trying to find out and identify some nice, affordable camouflage. With today, we got those tactical gloves, so that would slot in perfectly with all of these and the green stuff. But yeah, you'd be surprised. They're not that expensive. You've got some fairly affordable kits right here that you'll probably walk away and think, wow, that actually does a pretty decent job. For your consideration. And now, of course, let's now properly wrap this up. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, 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 ole. Feeling hard. So, let's just turn the sound down. That might get a bit annoying. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's just get a good look at this at night time without any lights on and whatnot. Okay, let's get up nice and close. Oh, look at that. So it's got some nice reflection there in the wood. I did notice that a little bit earlier. But yeah, what do you reckon? Could we get some elaborate designs of, well, Asma? I guess that's her name now, I guess you could say. It's up to the skin creator. Go forth, make some wonderful looking art pieces. And I'm sure we'll still see some more of those door skins being accepted. It's up to you, it's in your hands. Rug skins are perfectly fine. You can easily do like some seasonal theme skins with her, I guess. It's up to you. So, alright then, that's it. That's a wrap. I hope the video was reasonably like concise and straight to the point. Hope you got a good look at all the skins, of course. And yeah. Keep an eye out with all the interesting skin submissions on the workshop over the course of this upcoming weekend. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.